Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. This is Lunar Goddess Tarot. I will be your intuitive guide and your reader today. I'm going to take you on a journey through the twin flame dynamic and connection. At the present moment in time, it is July 16th, 2021. It's my oldest nephew's birthday. He's 17. And so it's a very special day for me and for my family. And I wanted to honor his birthday. His name is Austin. He's the handsome lad you guys have seen me post pictures of. I wanted to honor his birthday by doing a video for you guys and being of service to the community. I want to thank you guys for all the emails I've received this month over the past several weeks regarding private readings. Thank you. That is one way of supporting me and my work, and I thank you so much. I've gotten back to the majority of you, and hey, I am now booking into the middle of August just because I'll be on vacation the last week of July and the first week of August. So I'm booking a little bit into August now, but I wanted to make sure that those of you who really feel like you need my support at this time can receive it. Even if it will take me a little while to get to you, please know that it happens in divine timing, and always, you want a reader to be at their highest energy level when they're doing readings. Otherwise, you're not receiving the full benefit of their work and of their intuition. So thank you guys for your patience and respecting what I've been going through, and for all of your shout outs, your emails, your love, and your support, and just all of the kind words that I've received recently. It really has lifted me up, and it keeps me going, and it keeps me being able to provide and to give to all of you, which is a huge part of my mission here on this earth at this present moment. So we're going to look into the energies of the twin flames. And I did pull out the masculine madness deck because the masculines are going through hell right now. Okay. And again, this won't be for every specific masculine, but I do feel like it's for the majority of masculines. Some masculines have, reached a state of peace and inner peace and samadhi, and some masculines are just now going through their darkest night of the soul. So a lot of feminines are going to be perplexed at this time because you're feeling like, wait a minute, I thought they already went through that, and that's why they're coming back in and communicating, because many masculines have come back in with this Mars-Venus conjunction we had a few days ago on the 13th. Now, that energy is going to be felt for up to 2 years, okay? So those of you who are looking into the Mars-Venus readings, I'm going to be offering them for a while. Just because they were conjunct and intertwined on July 13th doesn't mean that the energy isn't felt. The energy, they're continuing to meet up, the two lovers, Mars and Venus, for the next 2 years. They happen to be in the sign of Leo right now. So there are ego clashes, battles of the wills, and ego deaths happening, as well as major triggers. And I'm talking about a major tune-up and clear out of the connection. So if you've been in contact with your masculine after quite some time, what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing is that the masculines that are coming in have been absent or out of communication for quite some time and are coming in red hot. And they are coming in with proclamations and declarations of love. I miss you. I've thought of you this whole time. I know what this connection is. They may not use the term twin flames. They may not even be comfortable with that. They may not even be comfortable with the term soulmates, but they know that this is a soul connection, that they can't forget about you, that they've thought about you the entire time you were apart. So I want to just give, for those of you who haven't yet received communication or are thinking, when is it my turn? I want you guys to know that they are thinking about you. If this is your true twin flame, they are thinking about you just as much as you're thinking about them. You're magnetically drawing each other close. But I do feel like this particular meetup is the preparation stage for union. It's a reunion energy, and you will come together, and there might be some sort of a huge trigger, or triggers, plural, that draws you back apart temporarily, because there's more to heal within the dynamic. And we know that if there's more to heal on our counterpart side, that there's more to heal on our side. So just know that the sooner that you can forgive and the sooner that you can return back to unconditional love and supporting your counterpart, be it from afar, if that's what needs to be, if they're moving through a dark night, we are not there to fix them or heal them. We are there to support them, to unconditionally love them, But we are here to heal ourselves. Even though it's your counterpart, it's your twin flame, okay, it's your flame, you still need to be taking care of yourself first and foremost. They may have to fall and reach their very pit rock bottom and feel like you're gone. And this, again, this is not coming from a place of ego. This just might be the way the dynamic needs to play out in order for the masculine that I'm speaking of, these masculines, to really understand what they have in this connection and what they have in you. Many of them are still confused or perplexed. They know they're drawn to you, but they don't quite understand why. And their logical mind goes, how could this work? We're so different. And the feminine goes, that's our strength. And the masculine goes, but I don't know. And day to day, how would this work? And how could we? And the feminine just throws up her hands and says, you know what? You're fighting me and I'm fighting for this connection. And I'm just going to let you figure it out. And the masculines need to figure it out. If they have addictions, they need to heal them. If they have karmic partners, they need to separate fully. If, energetically, they need to clean up their act just like the feminine had to do. They need to, this is like tough love now for the masculines, because feminine, the more you're there and the more you're checking in with them, even during separation, that's kind of almost like prolonging the separation, because the masculine knows you're there. So they don't necessarily need to clean up their act or do their work or heal, because they know you're going to be there either way. If you pull back your attention and energy, not just in the 3D, checking up on them, driving by their house, stalking them, calling them, letting them know you're still there, you still love them. They know you're there. They know you love them. They don't need a reminder. So instead, perhaps, feminine, this time around, you may decide to try to just go quiet. Not because you're punishing your beloved, but because you're honoring yourself and your boundaries. And this will in turn force the masculine, in a sense, to really wake up, to heal, because they will hit that rock bottom. I feel a lot of these masculines, guys, intuitively, I feel like they thought they hit rock bottom, and they went through breakups and divorces and separations and child custody battles and legal battles, and they lost their business, and they lost their job, and they went through all of this. But let me tell you something, that wasn't full rock bottom, because the feminine was reassuring them that she was there. This full rock bottom is going to be when the masculine realizes, I don't have her to turn to. Like, where did she go? I don't feel her. I don't see her in my presence. And they're going to panic. And they're going to do everything they can to get back to you. But they know that they cannot come back to you unless they're fully healed. They know that they cannot come back with breadcrumbs. They cannot come back with broken promises, half-hearted promises. They cannot come back if they're in the throes of addiction, or if they're still dealing with a karmic partner. They know that they have to come correct. And this time around, the feminine really means business. So for a lot of you, that's what this interaction and communication is going to be. So don't get disheartened for too long. It's okay if it's there temporarily, but understand that the reason this is all happening like this is because the masculine really needs to understand. He needs to heal himself. He needs to look deep inside of himself, just like the feminine did during those lonely, lonely nights when you went through your dark nights of the soul. Maybe before you even physically met your masculine, you knew that they existed, but you hadn't met them, and you went through all of this alone and you came out of it. So will they. Have faith in your connection. Have faith in the masculine. Love them from afar, where you're protecting your heart, you're protecting your feelings, you're protecting your life. These masculines right now are reckless. They're engaging in somewhat dangerous behavior. They are self-sabotaging, and they're engaging in destructive tendencies. So it's really important that you keep a firm boundary, feminine, so as to honor yourself. So I want to just tap right in here to the cards now, and I want to look into the Masculine Madness deck. So Archangel Michael, please create a sphere of protection and love around this reading, around all of our masculines who are going through this darkest night of the soul and ego death and free falling, really is what they're doing. Free falling, right? And please protect the feminines as well. Keep them safe from any destructive tendency that the masculine may be going through. And please protect these unions and connections. We thank you so much. All right, what are the masculines going through right now? What are the masculines going through? The masculines going through. So they may have come in and out of your life like a tornado and gone quiet again, feminines. Yep. There's a lot of cards here that want to come out. That one wanted to come out. There's a, you know, they have a lot to say, but they may have gone quiet because they feel shameful over their actions. Yeah, I'm ashamed of what I've said. Yeah, I do feel there's some shame that they're needing to heal and deal with right now. I just want to escape. That's the addictions, the addiction tendencies here that are coming through, mind altered. And then interesting, because these cards are all about the love they feel and the connection and intimacy. I'm ready to open my heart. I want you to take care of my needs. Yeah, and so a lot of these masculines came in and were like, they know, look, I mean, they know this, guys. They know that you're intuitive. They know you're special. They absolutely know this. They know you're a special woman, a special man. They know that you see through them, and they know that you can heal them. But also, it's not fair for them to come in and take when they are not able to give in equality. Okay, so that's why they're sort of coming in and coming out at this time. I found what my soul was searching for. Yeah, they know that they've searched for you their whole life, and they've searched for you in other people. They know, and they look into other people's eyes, and they don't feel the same connection. But you know what's happening right now, feminine? And I want to address this. This may not be popular, but I want to address this. A lot of feminines are going to be feeling very detached and in a very different way than you felt before. Whereas before you felt like you had to try to detach, and now I feel like the feminine is just going to detach because you are at a higher level of consciousness right now than this masculine. And again, it's not about a competition. This is it's just the facts. The feminine is more evolved in her spiritual path, okay? The masculine looks around and says, well, I have more money and I have more power and I have more this. And the feminine's like, but I have more knowledge, awareness. So the feminine is the only one that can take care of the masculine's needs. And the feminine, you might feel even turned off by your masculines at this time. I mean, turned off like, I don't know if I feel the same way about them. And again, I know this is going to trigger people. People will dislike it, and that's fine. That helps the channels to thank you for your dislikes and your likes. And I'm just speaking the truth. You're going to feel like this almost like abrasive energy. Like, I just don't want to be near you right now. Like, you're in this destructive stage, and I need to pull back my energy. And it's going to be different. It's not just pulling back your energy. Like, I'm not going to text them for a while or call them. It's going to be about pulling back your energy and pulling it back into yourself to self-care and nurture yourself. You're going to be nurturing yourself, and the masculine's going to go, where did you go? My nurturer, where did you go? You're the one I can turn to when everything falls apart. No, masculines, your feminine should be the one you turn to when things are good, when things are going great, not just when things are going bad and when things are falling apart. That's not fair. That's not the practice of unconditional love. And so the masculines really need to learn the value and the lesson of unconditional love. They say they're ready to open their hearts, but I want to get clarity on that because I really feel like the masculines are struggling. They're going to come in with their hearts wide open and they're going to speak from the heart. And then when reality sets in, they're going to be like a deer in headlights, and they don't know what to say. So let's see. Spirit, can you clarify? The masculine says they're ready to open their heart. I think they are, and they want to, and they want to share this love, but they're terrified of love, and they're terrified of receiving love. It's scary. They don't trust it. So it's almost like they test you, feminine. They're testing your loyalty, and they're going to push you too far. And that's when they're going to see, okay, I can unconditionally love you from a distance if this is how you're going to be. Loyalty is not sticking with you when you're treating me like a punching bag, right? Or walking all over me. Loyalty is when I can love you from afar because I'm honoring myself and I'm loyal to myself first and foremost. So to clarify this intimacy card, Three of Pentacles, which suggests the desire to want to work together. So I do feel like the masculines want to draw closer to union. This is a reunion, union energy that I'm still picking up on. It's just there are challenges and roadblocks and obstacles that are coming up to really, again, clean out all of the debris so that union can happen in a peaceful manner. Union does not solve everything. So I know a lot of people out there, especially if you're new on the journey, you might think, I just want to come back into communication. I just want to come into union. It's going to solve everything. If you haven't done your inner work, it's going to be a battle to try to keep your union. I mean, even if you've married your counterpart, you're living with your counterpart, that doesn't mean that you're in union. Union is on a soul level. It's not a written contract. Spirit, can you tell me more about the addictions in the masculine, the addictions the masculines are currently facing? Interesting. Look at all this 3 energy. They really want to collaborate. They want cooperation. I almost feel like the energy I get with a 3 is almost like it's right now in the connection, it's you and them, and it's the drug of choice or alcohol or whatever, gambling or workaholic, you know, whatever it is, whatever their addictive tendencies are. It's like there's 3, and I don't see this as like a 3 of Swords energy. I see this as this is causing major problems in their life, and it's causing major problems in your connection, because if they're coming in and they're speaking to you from a place where they're inebriated and they're not, and by the way, drinking alcohol in excess especially invites in negative entities, right, and attachments. So you want to be very careful, feminine. And in fact, you may want to even decide, you know what, if you're drinking, I'm not going to have a conversation with you, because you aren't in your right mind. You B, probably won't remember it, and this isn't fair to me. So call me when you're sober. You may even put that boundary down, feminine. I see that for some of you. I see it's like they want this tenderness. They want, like, 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups. They want to work together with their feminine, but this is getting in the way. This addiction is getting in the way of them getting what they want. Masculines, if you're watching this and this applies to you, you've got to clean up your act. This is tough love coming from your feminine. You've got to nurture yourself. You've got to learn to love yourself and take care of yourself the way your feminine loves you. She's teaching you self-love. By her absence that you're going to feel, she's going to teach you how to love yourself. Let's get some messages from the angels. Yeah, it's like the masculines are, I see this, like he's trying to find his composure. He's trying to, I see this as rock bottom, I actually do, and he's trying to find his way. This looks like a young lad, right? Like a page energy. And masculines are very much in the page energy at this moment. Again, the ones that I'm tapping and tuning into. Masculines, if you're watching, you know if this is for you or not. And if it doesn't apply to you, it doesn't apply. You know, as I always say, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But there's a lot of, they're angry. There's a lot of anger and frustration at their lives and what's happening. And they need to take accountability for their lives. If things are falling apart around them, right? They need to take accountability for what's happening. There's a warrior energy that is rising up, which I do like to see in this. So there is that warrior energy, and they just showed me like almost Tarzan energy, lion energy and Tarzan energy. The masculines are going to have to dig really deep inside of their souls and realize, you know what, I've hurt my feminine, I've lied, some of them have cheated, unfortunately. I haven't been honest with myself. I haven't been honest with her. I haven't treated her right. I haven't given her what she deserves. And they know all these things. But it's a cop-out when they say you deserve someone better. because they know, and the feminine knows, you are that person. You are that person that I deserve. You just need to be a better version of yourself, and you need to get your act together. And again, this is such tough love. But the feminines have gone through this too. And we knew when we were fucking up, when we had to clean up our act. Feminines, many of you have battled addictions. Many of you may have had your children taken away or gone through a nasty divorce. Many of you have made mistakes that have cost you things in your life. And now you're watching your masculine go through it. And that's why it's so hard, because you go, I've gone through it. I know what this is like. And man, it was dark and lonely there. But you can't save them. They have to save themselves. God is with the divine masculines and with everyone involved. So they need to worry about their karma and cleaning up their karma. And feminine, all you have to do is retreat, let them regain their composure, and come back when they are healthy. Send them love. You can continue to do your affirmations, send them love, pray for them. Do this from a distance so that you're not intertwined with this karma. They're wrapping up karma. Karmic cycles are completing so that new romantic cycles can begin. Yeah. So you're asked to have compassion for your counterpart. And again, you can be compassionate and also have strong, healthy boundaries. Okay? Have those boundaries, feminine. Be a strong, firm energy in their life. Do not take their shit. I do feel like they're pushing us to our limits, and I do feel like there are tests here for the feminine. What are you going to put up with? What are you going to allow? You know what you've allowed in the past from other men, from other connections, or from other women. Are you going to allow that now? It's a test. But we can be compassionate, okay? Compassionate with firm boundaries. Compassionate without allowing them to step all over you, take you for granted. Harmony and resolution. So I do see a beautiful, peaceful resolution to what they're going through. Like I see the stages here. Masculines are regaining composure. They're out of balance right now. They have to go into this sort of, it's almost like a hell pit, like a pit of hell. It's like their own personal hell. And then the feminine's over here holding space and compassion, but moving on with her life, living her life, doing for her, nurturing herself, healing herself. And then this is going to lead to harmony and resolution. So I want to get a little more clarity about the harmony and resolution. If you guys give me 1 second, I got to blow out this candle. Just got really strong. Okay, so let's go over here to the Syrian Starseed deck, because I want to look at a little clarity here. I'd like to get a little clarity on how are the counterparts going to reach harmony and resolution. I'm going to start doing some polls here and there on the community tab on the channel. So check that out, guys. Make sure to tune in. I know you guys people love doing quizzes and polls. So I'm going to start doing polls to gather some information for some projects that I'm working on. So if you could, please engage in those polls, and it's going to really help me be able to serve you better and deliver exactly what you need and what you're looking for on this journey. So I'm super excited about that. I'll reveal more as soon as I'm able to. And let's go ahead and let's get some clarification here. Wow, 4 of Cups. That's painful. That's a painful energy. So the 4 of Cups energy is what I feel like is the present energy, the obstacle to harmony and resolution. When you're in the 4 of Cups energy, it's like she's wishing on a star here. She's got these 3 cups behind her. The only cup that she wants is, right, her counterpart, the union. It seems unattainable. 4 of Cups energy to me is always sort of like, sometimes I see it as an energy of taking for granted what you already have, which is hard to invite in more abundance when you're not grateful for what is already in front of you. And then sometimes I see the 4 of Cups just as like this frustrated energy. you feel like this is like a missed opportunity, and you're like, I just don't see, like, our time has passed, or we were running out of time, sort of a thing. And it's just not appreciating what you have. There's going to be a bit for both counterparts here, especially the masculine, but the feminine too, where you feel just dissatisfied, bored, lonely. And a lot of us are moving through that energy right now. And you feel like something is missing. The masculine's going to start to feel like something is missing in my life. I mean, in a major way, to where he's like, it feels like a piece of my soul is missing. Like, he may even say those words to a therapist or to a friend. Like, it feels like, and then eventually he's going to realize it's my feminine. It feels like a piece of me. Like, I don't feel complete. I feel empty. It's because you've been divided. Your soul has been divided into two bodies. You're here to reconnect, to reunite, to come into union. But our human selves and egos and stories, belief systems, egoic beliefs get in the way. And the masculine's just going to have to sort of like lose everything to gain everything. Yeah, I mean, masculine, there's a bit of an energy here with the masculines of feeling sorry for themselves. And feminines, again, we can relate to this because we have been there. We know what that's like. We've experienced that. So what's interesting is we have the 3 of Cups and we also have the 4 of Cups here. So this is the energy of celebration, of joy, okay, of abundance. Sort of like the full bloom energy where everything is just blooming. And this is the experience of, it's okay, I'm understanding now. So Spirit's saying that even though the masculines or the feminines, you might be in a room full of people, like at a party, celebrating with family, and you're still going to feel the loss or the loneliness, like something is missing. I feel like this is going to become more and more apparent to both twins, and newer energy for the masculines. The feminines have been feeling this, but it's like, oh my gosh, I just feel like something is missing. And the masculines are going to start to feel very lonely, very displaced, very just out of place on this earth. And the only one that's going to understand that is the feminine. And so all the things that he didn't understand about her, like what you do for a living, your spirituality, your yoga, your tarot cards, your energy healing, whatever it is that you do, because most feminines are into some sort of healing practice, they're going to all of a sudden be like, I need help. I want, like, I'm sorry that I didn't trust you. I'm sorry I didn't understand you, but I want to understand now. They're going to be at such a loss because they're going to feel like the only place they feel like they belong is in your arms. And all of a sudden, everything's going to make sense. You know how I said I saw the masculines rushing in and appearing at your doorstep? Well, now that energy has transpired and is passing through the collective, what I'm seeing coming up next over the next year or so is these masculines healing, getting their affairs in order, getting their shit together, coming back a different person. Because what happened is you met them, they were one version of themselves. They've gone to a dark night, they came back in their darkest night, and you're like, I feel like I don't even know you now. I feel like, but not in a good way. I feel like I don't know this person that you are right now, these destructive tendencies. Who are you? What is happening? Where is my masculine? Where is my beloved? And the feminine's like searching for that person in the person that's in front of her. And then I feel like they're going to heal, go off and heal. And they're going to come back as the person you always knew them to be. Better than the first time, better than before, even the first time you met them when things were magical. They're going to come back and be consistent, reliable, dependable, devoted, trustworthy. And there's going to be, and you guys know that I am not the reader that says, oh, engagement, proposal, wedding, but I see, okay, for the collective, these masculines coming back with engagement rings. I see them being very serious when they come back. So now is the time to do your work. And you're not going to do the work because you're expecting the proposal. You're going to go about your life. You're going to live your life. You're going to travel. You're going to love and live and create abundance for yourself and create happiness for yourself. And when your masculine comes in fully healed, and offers you something, really something of substance. I want to spend my life with you. I've been a fool. It's like that, what is it? It's like that David Gray song, you know, he's like, I've been a fool. Like, he's going to realize he's been a fool and he hasn't seen, like, how did I not see this before? Like, I want to marry you. I want to have babies with you. I want to have a family with you. I want to have everything with you. I can't believe I let you get away. I can't believe I didn't accept the love you were giving. I cannot believe I didn't see it. They're going to have this epiphany. But first, they have to go through a period of feeling sorry for themselves. Interesting. Look at this. First, they have to build themselves back up. This is the foundational energy of the Eight of Pentacles. They have to build their castle back up. They have to be able to come in with a full cup, right? And to the masculine energy, the full cup is, well, I can offer the feminine something. I can offer you something. Here, I want to offer you something. I want to offer you my castle. I want to offer you my love. I want to offer you my devotion. But it's going to be very tangible energy that they're going to be working on here in the 3D as they really rebuild their life, honestly. Now, we have the High Priestess, and we have, just want to check this. I think this is the King of Cups here. Yeah, the Master. Interesting. So we see this evolvement, guys. Okay, this is awesome. We've been seeing this more and more for the masculines, that they're going to be working on their spiritual side and the investment they're making in their spiritual belief system and how that's changing. Even if your masculine is religious, they're going to start to become spiritual, where they're going to start to, again, seeing things, hearing things, seeing synchronicities and signs, receiving downloads, being able to talk to the dead. They're going to go through all of this. Whatever gifts you have, your masculine has, they've just pushed it down. And they're going to start to not be able to push down who they truly are. Okay, this is going to surprise a lot of them. And some of them will bury themselves in work with this Eight of Pentacles energy. But it's interesting how we're moving the Three of Cups, Four of Cups, and then we move into the King of Cups. Now, oftentimes the King of Cups can depict a man who bottles things up, who has too much control over his emotions, right? You can see, like, he's so calm. He's cool, calm, and collected. So, I feel like during this process, they're going to, like, their intuition's going to be like, yeah, you can't do that anymore. Sorry, bro. But they're going to still continue to try to push things down because it's painful. It's painful to love someone so much and to feel like they're going to have to face themselves and realize, I pushed the best thing I ever had away. The one person who stood by my side, who loved me unconditionally, who accepted me, because they've told themselves, you don't really accept me, you don't really love me. And they convince themselves, I'm not good enough, you deserve better. All of these things, they've come up with, their brain, their logical side has come up with every reason in the book that you shouldn't love them, you shouldn't be with them. And the feminine's just like, okay, I'm just going to be over here, ready when you're ready, to see what I can see, to feel what I can feel. And so there definitely might be like a little bit of what do I want to say here? You know, the master, I do feel like this is a mastery of unconditional love, though. I do. They might display it differently than the feminine. They might feel more contained, but they're going to gush out at some point. Even if it's not all the time, they're going to come through with love. But this is going to be from a higher place, from a place where they're like, I can't deny this anymore. Like, I can't live without you. I'm miserable. You are the missing piece. None of these things, money, other women or other men, you know, alcohol, drugs, food, gambling, whatever it is, fancy cars, vacations, none of these things have filled me up. Nothing has made me, I felt empty. So they've looked inside themselves deeply here to find their truth. He's also going to tap into his more feminine energy here, because the master is the king energy. He's able to tap into the yin and the yang, both the feminine and the masculine energy, to create that balance within himself. So let's get a clarifier here. Spirit, if I could have a clarifier. Oh, so a lot of cups energy here, guys. 3 cups cards. It's a lot of emotional. 10 of swords again for the masculines. Okay, so they're still going through these painful endings, walking away from things that don't serve them. They're not regretful of whatever they're walking away from. They know they made the right decision. I just want to confirm that for you guys. Okay, they know they made the right decision. They are remorseful. They are remembering all the times with you, and the time, like, they're realizing, I've taken her or him for granted so many times, because even if you don't say anything, even if you just remove yourself physically and energetically, they're going to feel that absence like they've been gutted. I really feel like the masculines have to reach this place of like, I'm all alone. I'm just all alone. Poor me, woe's me. And then realize, wait a minute, I created this. I orchestrated this. So when they start to miss you and reminisce, that's when they have to realize, you know what? I have to take accountability for my life. I'm tired of blaming others, blaming circumstances. I mean, this is some serious shit, guys. This is a dark night of the soul. This isn't like a mini dark night, a mini ego death. This is like they're losing everything, including you. They're not losing you, but they're going to feel like that. Really feel like that this time. It really depends on you, feminine, and how strong you're able to be. And how compassionate yet firm you're able to communicate with them. Let's yeah, they're going to have to do some deep diving into themselves, deep reflection. Okay? Hermit energy. They are going to have to really, it's like cleanse. I just heard like a soul cleanse, right? They're going to have to really just spend some time alone, and they know this. So if they've had karmic partners, if they've been trying to fill the void, that's not going to do it. All that's doing is prolonging their healing and their suffering. So they're going to get to a place where they're like, I'm so tired of suffering. I'm so tired of my own shit. I want to change. I have to change. And no one else can do this but me. And they don't want you to do it for them, feminine. They want you to take care of yourself. And it's the very best thing you can do right now, feminines, is take care of yourself. So the masculine's moving through this. I mean, there's so much going on for them. 10 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups, King of Cups, 6 of Cups. What is the best action the feminine can take to support the masculine right now as he moves through this? I mean, we know, but oh, feminines, you got to let them fall, okay? You've got to let go. This is 9 of Swords. You've got to let them move through this and feel the pain and feel the misery and feel the loneliness, and you can't step in to save them. That's actually going to inhibit their growth. I know this is so hard to hear, but if they know you're there, it's like there's less of a need or desire for them to work hard on themselves. And because they know they can just fall back. It's like you're a crutch. Like, I can just go back to her or him. He or she is always going to be there. But they're going to wake up one day and go, they're not here. Like the person that loves me unconditionally. The person that's been by my side like a rock this whole time. My rock is suddenly not there. They're going to feel wobbly. They're going to be free falling. You've got to let them fall, feminine. And use your own discernment, in your connection. But this is what's coming up. If this reading resonates, let's pull a card here. What else can the feminine do to support the masculine? Trust that there's a sacred plan and sacred destiny here. Trust. Try not to cling. This is a true lesson for the feminine in codependency and healing from codependency. Trust that your masculine will be back, and they will be back a better man or a better woman, okay? With more awareness, with more compassion, with more self-love, with more integrity, with more devotion and commitment. Trust this and just allow the plan to unfold. It's really about free falling for both of you. I'm going to stop there, guys. As always, it feels like there's so much more to say, and I love you guys so much. So look out for another reading tomorrow, maybe later today if I'm up for it. I hope this is helpful, guys. This is such a challenging time. It's a pivotal time. It's an important time on this journey. It's a very, very, very exciting time. It's also a very just emotionally exhausting time. So rest, take care of yourself, love yourself, feminines. I'll see you guys so soon. Thanks for all your support.